While I don't really have an official update on Munchkin today, I want to at least try and give you guys a better explanation of what we think might be going on, but I'm just asking that you all keep in mind that what I'm about to tell you is not an official diagnosis, and we will not have one until we have more test results back and potentially go and get even more tests done. I first noticed that there was a problem 3 days ago when I opened the coop in the morning and Munchkin didn't want to come out. I kept a close eye on her and noticed that she was pumping her tail up and down, which is something that birds often do when they're egg bound, which means an egg is stuck inside of them, and it wouldn't be all that surprising if that were happening to her because egg binding is quite common for this breed of duck, and it would be her first egg of the season. Bring Munchkin to my house to start the standard egg binding protocol, and literally not even a minute after we arrived home, the power goes out. So I couldn't call the vet because we don't have cell service where I live, and I couldn't even just drive to the vet because my car was trapped in the garage, and I didn't know until 2 days ago that you could open it without the button. So I did the best I could with what I had on hand, and the next day we were able to get her into the vet because she still hadn't laid the egg. But when they took an x-ray, there was no egg. They gave her an injection to basically induce bird contractions, and she ended up passing something, but it wasn't an egg. But once she got that out of her system, she was acting completely normal again. Till the next day when she started tail pumping again, but this time she was all puffed up and kind of looked like she had a humpback, and she was also kind of raspy sounding. We brought her to the vet, got multiple x-rays taken, and again, there's no egg. And I'm so sorry, but I can only post up to 1 minute and 30 seconds on Reels, so you're gonna have to come back for part 2. In case you missed it, we left off where I thought Munchkin was egg binding, took her to the vet, she got multiple x-rays, there were no eggs present, so we were able to rule that out. The vet also noted that she does not have a normal heart rhythm. Her heart was beating kind of like a galloping pattern, and I forgot to mention that while we were at this second vet appointment, she was acting completely normal and not acting egg bound literally at all. So thank goodness I had recorded that episode earlier because the vet noticed that typically when a duck is egg bound, their abdomen is distended, but in her case, it was mostly her back that looked puffed up. We were also unable to locate her heart on any of the x-rays, which it's possible that whatever ailment she has just caused it to become so small that it's easily blocked on the x-rays, but we are sending them out to radiology specialists to see what they think. Keep in mind that this is not an official diagnosis until we get more test results back, but at this point we do think this is probably congestive heart failure. The simplest way of explaining that is that her heart simply doesn't pump blood as well as it should, which then affects the liver, and the liver's job is to filter out excess fluid, but since it can't do that because the heart isn't working properly, excess fluid is going to be in other places in her body. So while it appeared that she was straining to push out an egg, she was actually probably straining to push out that excess fluid. Yesterday when I was trying to film this video but I couldn't stop crying, Munchkin excreted fluid on me 3 times. Till we get more test results back, there's nothing I can really say for sure or do for her right now, but on the bright side, she seemed to be in better spirits today than she was yesterday. I have this theory that if I give you guys an update on Munchkin while drinking iced coffee, I won't be sad, so let's try it. So we heard back from the radiologist. This isn't exactly the answer everybody wants to hear. It's not the answer that I promise that's not a bear. It's just a dog that looks like a bear. I promise it's not. It's just a dog. I have no idea where I left off, but basically this is kind of an update, not really an update. It's not like I have answers yet, and trust me, I know you all want answers, but nobody wants answers more than I want answers. So anyways, we heard back from the radiologist, and it opens up another possibility that we have discussed, because normally if she were to have congestive heart failure, the heart would be enlarged, and her heart is not enlarged. In fact, it's smaller than normal. Which, is it smaller than normal because of an issue? Is it smaller than normal because she was born that way? Is it smaller than normal because when she was like 2 weeks old, she was attacked by a weasel and her organs were exposed and maybe it stunted her growth? I don't know. That's why we're doing more tests. But the other possibility that we have discussed now is that it could be a tumor potentially on like her ovary, which would explain why she recently started going through menopause. You can see here on her tail, you could see right here on her tail, that feather, that's a feather that male ducks usually have, and in ducks, male is like default in ducks. So basically, if a duck stops producing estrogen, they're going to start appearing to be more like a male, simply because
male is a default, and in order to not be the default, you need to produce estrogen. But if she has a tumor on her ovary, she's not producing estrogen, and therefore will have male characteristics. Like if she was a mallard duck going through menopause, she would start developing green head feathers. And so it's like, she doesn't necessarily turn into a male, but she would have male characteristics. So that's one possibility. Obviously, if it's a tumor, there's potential that it could be like ovarian cancer, or I don't know. It could be cancerous, maybe not, but I don't know. There's not a ton of research on, ovarian cancer in ducks. There is more research done on chickens. And chickens get such a high rate of ovarian cancer that they actually use chickens to study ovarian cancer to use on humans, because chickens have been bred to ovulate every 26 hours and lay so many eggs, they're much more likely to get ovarian cancer than like literally anything else. Ducks also lay an absurd amount of eggs that's not natural, so it makes sense that they would have a pretty high rate of ovarian cancer too. But our next step is on Monday. Munchkin's going to get some lab work done, and that should hopefully give us a better insight as far as like what organs maybe this is affecting. Like I don't know a lot about blood work, but it might show us some more information. And then after that, we're gonna go see a specialist who, regardless of what it is, she should be able to see whether her heart has issues or her ovary area has issues with an echocardiogram ultrasound type thing. So we're gonna have to travel a little bit to take her there, but she's drinking ice water, and that's good because it means she's happy right now, and just trying to focus on the right now, because right now is all that matters right now, because we do not know what the future holds at this point. And I also just want to say thank you to everyone who supported my Etsy and my t-shirts and sent us donations via the coffee thing link in my bio. Really appreciate it. It means the world to me that so many of you care about Munchkin as much as I do, and I hope that she is okay. I need more coffee because maybe I can't do this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being there for me through all of this. It's not been an easy couple of months, especially now with losing Brownie, but we are getting through it. And we're here, and Munchkin's happy, drinking ice water, and I'm gonna finish my coffee now, but I hope everyone has a good day.